These nightmares, they are connected through some horrible twisted past that you are not privy to. And your Inquisitor now, with the last remaining sanity and thread of the Imperium still in him, he wants to vanquish his old foe. The Warpsmith is a twisted mockery of technology and humanity. Walking on these bridges of a fallen manufactorum, his mechadendrites have turned into horrible, twisted, snake-like monsters that drag him across the metallic bridges. You can see the glistening fire of the lava below, and can still hear the operation of the machinery around you. The machine that used to fuel this furnace has now been endowed with a chaotic energy, churning out horrific monstrosities that are aberrations of the navigators. You have found some of the survivors of the navigator houses, and they have had horrible twisted chaos implements in their heads. Some kind of brain implant that ties their soul together with the Chaos Space Marine. And you are currently, you've successfully snuck your way in without being spotted. And you have managed to tumble down the side of the cave. And you're now standing, after having broken into one of the old manufactura, you're now standing in the old offices, which the Warpsmith has abandoned. You look around and you open drawers and search the room, and we can begin in this room with all of you. So, Rick, what does your character look like?
Rick is pushing out drawers and pulling out papers and random stacks of dust and wood as he leans over the table, towering over it as he kind of just forces through any locks and keys that are there. As he looks kind of disheveled as his armor is still covered in blood, red blood, blue blood from any type of alien he's been fighting recently. As he's been sweats madly as the heat's kind of getting to him as he's looking around with a mad look in his eyes as he knows the and last fight is near. As he looks over, well, we're all here. We got to get this done.
Awesome. Tabe.
Daniel is trudging through right behind Rich as suddenly a pipe bursts from his side, fogging up his visor. The environmental suit has served him well up until now, yet due to the sheer heat, it sometimes ceases its function, and the inside begins to fog up as he quickly tries to fix his seal. The lack of a sudden missing member that was swiftly replaced with what available strap was accessible does not contribute much to the um, relaxing mood he's searching constantly in his life. Right now, he has never bled, suffered, or been degraded more than in the past 24 hours. Nevertheless, vengeance shall befall upon those that have contributed to this. The plasma gun at his hip roars with metallic fury from time to time as he is offended by presence of foul machinations and perversions of machine spirits. As his face now almost completely removed of color, his bloodshot eyes also seem at the same time tired, that they look more like pits in his skull than anything else. His facial hair, as well as whatever hair can be seen underneath the armored helmet and environmental suit, it's horribly maintained. Nevertheless, he moves forward, and after hearing what Rich said, he says, Yeah, Desmond, I have just a few more moments up ahead and you'll have your fight.
Siegfried, the psyker following Castor, standing by his side. Siegfried, what do you look like?
Siegfried comes out of the darkness, wearing a suit of all black power armor. You can see the sigil of the Holy Ordo Xenos embezzled upon the chest piece, gleaming in silver with its red eye, viewing the lessers before me. With a bandana wrapped around his third eye, embezzled with the iconography of House Brabazome, Siegfried would tilt his head at Rick Nix. Covered in a vellum-like cloth would be a massive hammer strapped to his back, a metal shield in hand as he regards the party.
Awesome. And Franz.
Well, Franz is standing there. He is got a couple more scars in his face than he had beforehand. His clothes are looking rather beaten, i.e. cloak is ripped. You can see dents in the chest plate of the armor. You can see he's quite a tall man. That is, he's has his hand on his bolt pistol and his power sword. He is piercing grey with violet in middle eyes. And in all the time that you've seen him, not once has he smiled. In fact, it's more a look of complete disdain for everyone around him.
Testing 1, 2.
Awesome. Alright, you're in this manufactorum. You've been... you just blew up a door with a grenade the last time, as far as I remember. You'll be walking in there, looking through drawers, trying to pull out anything relevant that you can find. You do find some notes and some remains from the people who ran the manufactorum before it fell. Most of it is paper, since the degradation of technology in this place. This is a huge ancient manufactorum connected across the bridge, and it continues even further in and underground as well. Out this tiny window you will occasionally see the Inquisitor in his power armor standing next to it and just turn around occasionally, looking at the huge pistons and the warped machinery outside. It disguises any sounds that you make, and it seems that Alhart, the Chaos Marine, has not seen you. You can do a scholastic lore chemistry test. The paper is burnt and worn, a deep orange and difficult to spot. You're going to need to cleanse it with some substance before you can read it. Anyone with chemistry can do a -20.
Succeeded with 1 addition.
Sick. What do you do with the paper to clean it?
Use knowing full well that whatever horrible, either be it chemical exposure or the passage of time, these paper, the message has been completely destroyed. However, remembering an old trick and noticing that whatever was written upon it was done so by hand or by an autoquill, Daniel pulls one of the pages from his own autoquill as he takes a pencil, puts the page over the paper, and he starts rubbing the pencil all over the paper, and eventually a pattern is forming, and it shows all the crevices made by said person when writing said information of the previous paper.
Cool.
Thus, allowing to read the message.
It says, well, actually, yes, you managed to cleanse it completely. While doing that, in the search for more paper, who's leading the search, or who's more actively involved? Would any of you naturally be doing that?
More than likely, Daniel himself is more than eager to use his skills.
Alright, Daniel, as you open the cupboards and the closets, you open one of the closets. This place is burnt and it's been out of operation for a long time. A dead body will suddenly fall out of the closet with a thud. Falls down on the ground, dust kicks up. Everyone is hit by the dust. It is a man encased in an environmental suit. He is completely burnt and has suffocated inside the suit. Presumably he tried to hide in the closet from the fire.
Daniel tries to, using his palm, his gloved covered palm, tries to wash away the dust from his visor that's been chipped up, saying, well, whatever shit he's been facing when this manufactory burned down, environmental suit did not help.
As you do that, you will read the note to yourself. It seems to be some kind of report. Most of it is burnt off, but what you can read says, the new factory was erected in repentance. Jupit, the manufacturer, built the first night near the natural source of heat. Unfortunately, it was utterly vanquished by the aliens, who presumably identified the threat using a form of geothermal vision. Since then, Kaplan issued the technology edict following the bombing of Repentance. The last of the reactor cores were left in the generator room in Port Olympia. The new air shuttle was built to support their weight. When we launched the counterattack from Chani, if only we had the Knights of our forefathers. It's continuing with a report from the former governor, Ambrosius II. Most of that is charred. As you search the body of the person who fell out, any of you can do a sleight of hand test. The charred remains have to be carefully peeled so as not to destroy what is underneath. Does anyone want to try it?
Would you want to reroll that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a fate point to reroll. Success with 3.
Sick. What do you do to... I guess you just carefully unwrap the environmental suit. It is more like a crispy layer that just cracks and easily loosens from the skin. Go ahead.
Siegfried holds a hand up. Using telekinetic power, he will slowly push as a force grabs hold of the body, holding it completely still as another externally slowly removes the suit. You see him reach his left hand, pushing 2 fingers against the bandana underneath his third eye as he hums, as he focuses, slowly removing the burnt suit.
There's another piece of the cabinet sort of wrapped around his chest. He seemed to have been trying to preserve something important. As you pull it up, it is, I will say, you process. Encased in the environmental suit is a report for what seems to be the current acting governor. It says several citizens have been questioned by the metallic figure. We estimate that 5,000 to 7,000 are dead, some reporting strange events and rituals. The figure has since moved on. The invaders have turned the city to dust, just as the prophets Diruli and Alexio foresaw. Perhaps they were right. We should have, and the rest has been torn off. It is signed to Governor Ambrosius II. As you search the room, you also, or rather the person, you can grab a set of keys from his belt. Using the keys, you will unlock all the doors in the room, opening, among others, an old officio. There is a locked cabinet there, a metallic cabinet, and anyone can do a security test. Oh my god. Franz.
Cue the music.
Franz, you know what to do. How do you do this?
So, as the door is opened, Franz slowly puts his hand on his shoulder, pushes him out of the way, switches on his mag light, scans the room, and sees this strange cabinet. Walking up to it, he looks at it. There only seems to be a simple lock on it. He doesn't have any tools, but he reckons that if he could, he would be able to pick the lock. But as he doesn't, he looks around again and sees a hammer and what he one-third called a screwdriver. Is very gently, very gently, goes clink, clink, clink on the front mechanism. On the 4th clink, it opens up. He takes it off, opens it ever so slightly, and peers his magnite in to see if there's any wires or anything that could resemble a bomb. Seeing that there's not, he opens the cabinet, and everyone in the group can see what's inside.
Inspiration point. And you do see what's inside. As you creak open this cabinet, there is a surprisingly large chamber inside. It is a bit unusual. Some of the parts look like something a Mechanicus operator would use. However, there is a pistol grip, a red dot laser sight, a loudhailer as well, a multi-key, some combat vests, and some magazines or projectile ammo. Typing it all into chat. Alright, what do you do?
So Franz, obviously still standing at the front, goes turns around to the rest of the group and says, certainly seems as though this cavern wasn't discovered due to the fact that it was a very simple lock. Sort of a double bluff. Thoughts? Well, I say we go take a peek.
Right. As I turn on my step light and flash it into the room.
Just a bunch of old
Anything?
coats and equipment for the workers there. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest.
Well, let's check their budgets. Maybe they have something. Access codes, voice recorders, paperwork, anything that can give us an advantage.
I'll take the left side, you take the right.
Excellent.
Right.
As you search all the various coats hanging there, you will find 2 keychains. You're not sure what they're used for yet.
No margins. Interesting. Daniel will then take a coat and check it for any regalia or iconography that would depict the station of the person that would wear it. Or is it
Yeah, they have just left the keys here, nothing else.
nondescript? Okay. Well, we got some keys. I got one. Did you get one, Franz?
Hold on, just checking the last one now. Yep. One here.
Well, mine is
Seems
covered.
rather plain.
Well, at least yours isn't covered in soot.
No, my hand is covered in lint, though.
Well, whatever it is, it might prove useful.
I think they'll have these around their necks.
Could be. Worst case scenario, they could just use it as a badge or signifier of
Testing,
importance,
1, 2,
but
3.
I doubt it. This place
Testing,
looks
1, 2, 3.
much more technical.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I don't think those are regular badges. I think we'll figure it out as we move forward.
No doubt, no doubt. It's rather strange. Eerie, as it were.
Oh, I don't think the fire allowed them, and the invasion allowed them to have an orderly evacuation.
The Inquisitor, standing by one of the windows, looks down on his chrono on his wrist and will look at Siegfried. He looks very staunch and looks like he's waiting for something.
Right. Let's head back to the Inquisitor, Franz. And then we
If
found,
you like it, sir.
as we make our way to him, Daniel says, "Well, Inquisitor, we found a couple of keys. We don't know exactly where they go to or fit into."
nearby now?
I ideally hope you're referring to our reinforcements and not to the Warpsmith.
He just gives you a firm glance. Continues looking out the window.
What next?
Oh, as we have thoroughly scouted this place and we have found what little information we could, I suggest we proceed forward to the target's location.
The Inquisitor will pack up and follow you. What do you do?
We will go. I will look for a way to go deeper into the manufacturing, and also look for any markings referring to a local a generatorium or a source of power
Excellent.
to the facility.
Yes, you managed to read the signs at least, and you can do a navigate surface to see what you can, how fast you can get there. Anyone can do it, and you will get a minus 40 on this one.
I'm gonna need someone's help. Anyone got a plus 10 to give me?
Yeah, I'll
Assist.
give you a hand.
An inspiration, if you'd be so kind, good sir. Anyone, feel free. Don't be shy. Actually, do I have one? Position. No, I do not.
Decline.
Okay, got it. Oh, success with 2 additional.
Sick. You manage to find your way out. As soon as you exit, you are met by the heat from the lava, the intense noise of the machinery nearby. As you look over the edge of the cliff, there is just an endless pit of lava beneath you. You can see these pyres of clouds billowing up the sides of the walls as you spot 2 huge generators nearby. All of you need to do a stealth test. It's not that you have to hide from anyone, there's no one here, but you have to move behind cover. Sick. Ooh. Very nice.
Success with 4.
Yes.
Very nice. All of you manage to sneak low from barrel to perhaps some old broken machines behind some broken vehicles. You finally make it over to the janitorium. This place seems to power the warp entity's machines. He has jacked into these machines and is using their power.
What?
Anyone see the on-off switch?
I don't think the tech police had such a quick protocol for such an ancient machine as to perform the rite of extinguishing its motions so easily.
Nice. Anyone can do a lore
My-
tech test.
was my attempt to
minus
humor.
30.
I have archaeology. Does that work?
Nope.
Is it common?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Minus.
I will assist.
Thank you. It's gonna be a flat. Ooh, successful too.
What happens?
Well, first I discern what the machine's purpose, the janitorium's function, how it draws its power, how it works. And we do have those nice little deuterium and thorium rods that I expect this generatorium to be working with.
You hear this deep humming of the machinery next to you, and as you stand there, you see the two ignition plugs, the panel that operates it. You can manipulate it however you want. This operates all of the lights, all of the electricity in the entire manufactorum.
Well, Franz, you were right. It's not a switch, but they do have an on and off switch indeed.
O ye of little faith.
He rolls his eyes. Well, I know that if we pull some plugs here and tap some runes there, we can control pretty much the flow of the motive force in the entire facility. Cut the Warpsmith access completely to whatever demonic machinery he is currently using to siphon this whole place's motive force complete access. I hope it will weaken him. However, it will be obvious as well. The power will cut. I hope you understand.
So, what we could do is set an ambush.
That is correct. Daniel will go to the generatorium. Can I figure out how it works? Is it based on thermal energy, or does it use the rods?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Well, there's also one more thing we could do. In case everything goes tits up and we're all about to die anyway.
Go up.
We could overload it. But I don't... That will definitely put a big pain in the enemy's plans, and probably, I'm not certain whether it will just fizzle out and its major parts will be damaged, or it will, as he makes a gesture with his hands from his face as they expand further and says, boom.
You hear some yelling from where the Warpsmith is standing, across the bridge about 150 meters away. You can hear his infernal voice screeching over the sound of the furnaces burning. Some shrieks can be heard, and you, if you just pop your head up, you're all standing in complete darkness. But if you pop your head up, you can see him walking decisively towards a portal that is opened on a platform in the middle of the ocean of fire. He seems to be walking alone. He's walking towards the portal.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like we're on a time limit.
Right, everyone get in positions.
The Inquisitor turns around.
My man is in place.
Well, tell him that, give the signal, Inquisitor. or buy some time for the others to get in position as well. I'm gonna cut the power when you tell me.
You have command, Operative.
Okay. Could I use...
Is there anything around that we could use as an explosive? You can see?
We can use the rods themselves.
No, let's just blow it.
Okay. Could I use
No, take it.
Could I use Tactica Imperialis to discern a good place for everyone to be placed into?
You just use your insights. What do you want to do? Just role play it together.
Okay.
What do you guys decide?
So
to sort of explain the situation, you're standing 150 meters away. There's an ocean of flames about 50 meters away, and on that there are natural bridges leading out to several platforms out in these oceans of fire. The Warpsmith is walking over one of these bridges out to these huge platforms out in the lava pits. On one of them, a portal has opened up, and he's walking towards that portal. That's the situation right now. What do you do? You're on a time limit in real time. Go.
Siegfried will activate his stummer, donning the chameleon cloak, and will set off at a dead run towards the Warpsmith.
Daniel will throw a thorium bar towards Franz as he says, Franz, if the Warpsmith is still on one of those bridges, or naturally made one, blow the bridge underneath him. Let him drown in lava. I'm cutting the power.
Runs alongside Sergey as he goes, well, if we're gonna run at him, might as well go together.
Good luck, gentlemen. As soon as he says that, he goes to one of the cords as he disengages the safety locks and he pulls it from the generatorium, starting to cut the power.
You hear a loud... Suddenly, you hear these... Several of the lights sort of illuminating the top of the buildings in the Manufactorum go out. Everything is bathed in darkness. It is pitch black, aside from a dim glow coming from these lava pits about 100 meters below. It casts shadows just around the corners of the cliffs. Anything in the middle of the cliffs is pitch black. Yeah, any of you looking over the edge will see the Warpsmith turning around, his mechadendrites rising up in the air. An optical mechadendrite, no doubt, turning on his thermal vision.
You said there were several platforms, right, that were on the lava leading to him, right?
What do you do?
To all advancing parties, stay close to the lava. He most likely has prey sense. He won't be able to discern you from the environment if you do so.
As Siegfried is running, he ushers one word from his lips. Presence. As the eye lenses within his helmet change to a blue color, picking up any heat coming from local sources, illuminating the bridge in darkness, but beneath it in bright, fiery contrast from the lava below.
Awesome. You get an inspiration point. Siegfried, you're closest. As soon as you get about 50 meters away from him, 25 meters away from him, you pause, sensing that he might see you. You're just hiding behind some cliffs. Daniel, you're soon behind. Do you all want to run up and try to catch him before he enters?
Yeah, so I got a chameleon cloak and a stummer. Do you want me to roll stealth? With like a harsh penalty?
I will like to stay at range.
Thane, at this point, you see him walking across a bridge. What do? I'll give you 15 seconds in real time. All of you. Go.
Do you want a penalty on the stealth?
Describe what you want to do.
I take cover between a pillar at around 100-meter range as I power up my plasma and take aim, ready to fire.
Rick closes the distance between himself and the Warpsmith as he keeps on running past Sergey as he jumps from platform to platform over the lava as he keeps on running at him. Well, Mr. Smith, let's have a fight.
If
We're
we're
here.
You all hear over the comms. I'm taking the shot.
Thane, you
And I
see
would
him.
like
He's about 20 meters away from you, just walking parallel to you now over the bridge. He starts jogging or running, barely running. He's not far from the portal.
I would like to shoot him in the head. I'm going to shoot him in the head.
Okay, everyone roll for initiative.
Real quick, if we're only 25 meters away, I would actually reach him before that shot got off. I can move 72 meters.
Yep. That's fair.
Yep. I'm charging him as well because I got 37 meters to charge.
But we can.
You're following
we
behind
can-
and Siegfried is ahead. Thane,
Yeah, but we can
you have a
still-
surprise round. Thane, go.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone has 15
Alright.
seconds per round. If you don't do your turn, we skip your turn. Roll everything in advance before your turn comes up. Thane.
And this is full and point. Is this the short range? Yeah.
Yep. Everybody roll initiative.
Ooh, you love.
Awesome. That means that is with the mana stopper rounds. And then I also roll an additional 2d10.
Beautiful. You see the Warpsmith, his mechadendrites moving almost unnaturally across the heat, sort of twisted by the heat from the heat waves coming from below. He is a giant monstrosity towering over Siegfried, who is sort of lurking up behind him. You also see a cadre of acolytes running out from a cave to the south. You managed to hit the Warpsmith in the side. Siegfried,
That was a called shot on the head.
Siegfried, it is your turn.
I'm sorry.
Siegfried is going to take a run. And
Siegfried,
he's going to sprint.
you're not
as
Siegfried.
fast- Oh, sorry.
Brad.
Siegfried unclasps the hammer from his back, fingers brushing against the pommel as he clicks a button. Electricity begins coursing, building within the hammerhead itself as it chars the vellum as it comes around in a full arc swing, tearing into the left arm of the Warpsmith.
Beautiful.
And it is 33 damage, pin 10, and it's concussive 2, so he'll have to make a toughness.
Do you have inescapable?
Yes, I have an escapable.
Damn. Okay. This might be brutal. What's my save? Minus 90?
Yeah, minus 90.
Oh yeah, it hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, this hurts. But he's a Warpsmith. Can't he do some kind of magic? No.
Nah, he deals
Oh,
with technology. He's a nerd.
Oh shit. Wait. I got a shield. Let me roll this. If I roll under 50, I save.
Oh, we got it up.
Yeah, boy.
51. Fuck, I
Shield
forgot he's
activates.
lucky.
Just this huge, like warp twisted reddish energy. As soon as you try to hit him, Siegfried. The Warpsmith keeps running. Daniel.
Daniel pulls his plasma gun using his arm as leverage. He goes fully maximal as the Warpsmith tries to bolt after this strange field that blocked the acolyte's powerful hammer attacks. Daniel keeps tab on the target and pulls the trigger as the plasma gun roars with holy fire in the direction of the opponent. Success with 11. Nat 1, baby.
Oh my god. Oh no. Do I need to do anything?
Disorientated from the unexpected hammer blow, Siegfried watches on as a ball of plasma engulfs the Warpsmith's head.
You can roll for a field. But you can dodge this. Nat 1 rolls. You know how it goes.
Nat 1.
Nat 1, baby.
Oh god.
This goes right between the eyes.
Okay.
Finally, after rolling so many nat 100s.
That's awesome. 25-8. Wow.
Ah, damn. The plasma ball just explodes meters away from his helmet.
Doesn't it hit him?
It does, but if you succeeded the field...
No. Not
Oh.
one. Not one.
Oh, so
You
not
hit him,
field.
where do you hit him?
Head,
Head? Oh my god.
it's a 10 if you...
Okay.
hit that.
So you charge your bolt and you're all gonna see this blue warped ball of energy fly through the air, surrounded by this red glow. It hits the mark surprisingly well. The Warpsmith trying to lean out to the side of the bridge to avoid it. Instead, it hits him right in the helmet, and you hear an audible as his mechadendrites fly backwards and he stacks back on the bridge. Franz.
Okay, so Franz is going. It's sweaty because of the heat, but is going to take off at a sprint. He runs past Castor Typhus and ends here, with
Beautiful.
the momentum still taking forward. During which he actually takes out the stick of explosive that he'd been given and starts arming it.
Awesome. Thane. Thane?
Sorry, was muted. Thane will take a half aim and fire again, aiming for the head.
I'm not gonna dodge. See if the force field activates. No force field.
Ooh, that's...
Remember to roll all of your rolls before your turn, Thane.
Understood.
Yep.
Did not know that.
You hit.
And
Awesome.
to the right leg.
Right
Close.
leg.
Close,
Close.
but no cigar.
He gets hit in the leg and you see him try to place his foot. He almost slips off the bridge. Does a test and manages to stand. Rick.
Comes running past, blazing past Siegfried as he charges, hammer drawn, stroller first into the Warpsmith as a -10 to dodge. I mean, -100 to dodge if you want to dodge.
No dodge.
Alright, as a Rick swings his... Actually, does the shield activate?
Yep, it does.
Alright, as Rick swings his hammer, smacking it with the force to crack any normal man's skull as it just dings off the shield with a red flare.
Awesome.
Always the shields.
Hold up. What
You get
quality
his
is the... What quality is the field?
Sorry?
What quality is the field?
Oh, you don't know.
Okay.
Warpsmith is going to take off. Both of you get an attack opportunity, Rick and Siegfried.
You also get a
Failure.
plus 10 because you're double teaming him.
Ooh, no, actually, no. Still wouldn't. Even with my reroll, it wouldn't count for it. I still fail.
All, Rick,
You can use a fate point to reroll.
Success with 2 additional.
Sick.
Shield procs again, I'm assuming.
I am going to use inspiration to reroll.
Shield doesn't activate.
Alright, as Rick sees him trying to run. No. You're staying here and fighting. And that's not that big damage. 17, pen 5.
It's enough to deal damage. So what do I need to do? Minus 10 toughness?
Yep. Wait, no, I think it's flat this time. Just flat toughness.
No, it's a concussive 1.
Alright,
That's
minus
minus
10.
Yeah. Proven 3.
Proven 3 just says that he cannot have lower damage.
Can't roll
than 3.
below a 3 for damage.
Then I will roll. Let's see if we can do it. 6. Oh my god. He's stunned for 1 round.
Oh yeah, you're going nowhere!
Wow. How do you hit him that stuns him so hard, Rick?
Alright, as Rick sees him stuff. Oh, what's wrong, Space Marine? You can't take it. Alright, yeah, that's my thing.
Alright, somehow you hit him enough to daze him. He takes off running. Doesn't get far before he sort of staggers and you can see him just standing there, Mechadendrite flailing. Caster Typh will just move here and we'll make a shot with his Stormbolter. That's a hit. Shield activates. Siegfried.
Siegfried is seeing he's not going to get anywhere near the fight. This kind of opens up with full auto with his hot-shot lasgun with a -1 for failure.
Awesome.
The hammer comes around again as Siegfried closes the distance once again. Seeing the Warpsmith stunned, he goes with a smash right to the chest, hoping that the shield would not activate.
Shield activates, unfortunately.
With similar to the toll of a bell, the Thunderhammer will smack again into the shield, a purple reddish hue blazing as the impact is absorbed and dissipated by the shield. Electricity radiating around on the ground, charring the ground further already than the lava has.
Beautiful, you get an inspiration point. You see the Warpsmith, his feet shatter into the rock, breaking off some of it. He falls down, his metallic clawed gauntlets sort of grab one of the rocks and it smashes under the strength of his grip. You can hear him biting his teeth, trying to get away from the effect of whatever hit him. Daniel.
As the plasma run makes his hand recoil due to its overwhelming hit, Daniel screams at the top of his lungs. A champion of chaos stands before us, the tormentor of our Inquisitor. We shall enact righteous vengeance upon him, for our cause is just. And with this speech, he gives +10 to everyone, to their net, to all of their rolls until Daniel's next turn.
Beautiful, you get an inspiration point. Next.
I think that's Franz.
Yeah, sorry. Essentially, Franz is just going to charge forward 18 meters. He's going full run.
Time.
Because I'm at a range of everything. And I see the sweat pouring down his face.
Beautiful. And
Thane sees the Warpsmith thing and decides to put him out of his misery by aiming at his head once more and taking the shot.
Oh my god, that's Righteous Fury.
Is it?
It's Righteous Fury.
Sick.
Hey-oh.
18 pen 6, Righteous Fury. Roll a 1d5 thing. If maybe the field works. Roll the field.
1d.
Field does
1d5.
not operate, unfortunately.
That is a 90. Left leg! Critical 3
No.
impact!
Oh,
Would you look at that?
No. Shit.
Yeah, it's all
Minus
coming
5?
together, boys.
Minus 5?
No, critical 3.
Critical 3, okay. A solid blow to the leg sends lightning agony coursing through the target. He is knocked prone and suffers 1d10 agility damage. Well done.
Man, he's really not moving fast after that one. Good job, Thane. Nice shot, Acolyte!
You hear that over the microbead, sort of in the static, high-pitched, crackling voice, barely audible through all the disturbance down here. Nice shot,
He's
Thane.
not dead yet.
The Warpsmith, as he tries to get up, gets shot in the leg with a perfect hit to the back of the knee. It buckles and you hear this metallic clank. Immediately all the mechadendrites come to life and start screeching, sort of clawing at the ground, trying to flip him over. At the same time, you will see 2 flying mutants come shooting out of behind the portal. Rick.
Rick sees the Warpsmith fall. He kind of drags his hammer along the ground, sparking up the place as you roll your shield. As he comes in, the shield perk or not?
No shit.
Alright, as he comes in with the hammer blow, as he raises it. Well, let's see. Okay, I guess he's not dodging. So 7 hits because lightning attack.
Yep.
Alright, let's
prone.
the ring.
You also
gonna
get a plus. You get a plus 20 to hit.
Oh, plus 20. Alright, that is 9 hits. Nice. Alright.
You cannot have more hits than your weapon skill bonus.
Okay, let
And
me look right.
You got a plus 10 for double team.
Oh, plus 10. Alright, so only 6 hits because I'm not raging. Alright, here they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you are righteous, very.
Okay.
Alright, 22, pen 5 on the
Yeah, I
first
see
one.
them. I see them.
Hmm?
I see it. Trying to math it up now. 6.
Power fails.
So, okay, nice. Very good damage. You just smash the chest plate of the Warpsmith. One of his mechadendrites break off and you can hear him sort of clawing around on the ground, trying to get up. Every time he uses the strength of one of his hands to sort of flip over, you hit him again in the chest plate, making a little indentation on it. You sort of just pound him around on the ground as he tries to get up. Finally, he flips over. Your last hit does hit him in the shoulder plate, stands up. You can see him infuriated by some hatred from beyond. He's going to attack you, Rick. You can dodge. You get minus 100 to dodge.
Yes, what goes around comes around.
Indeed.
Kind of a worthy challenge. Alright, well, let's get this done. Negative 100. My body will now be broken.
It's negative 90 with my bonus. I hope it helps.
Oh, yeah. Let me roll this first. It's probably not going to perk, but under 30, the perks.
Come on.
Ooh.
Or I'll dodge it.
Alright, the shield perks. Never mind. I got to dodge nothing.
Shield. Oh, nice.
Yeah, got
Alrighty.
it last.
Is it common
As a-
craftsmanship?
It's good craftsmanship right now.
Good.
As the Warpsmith tries to attack Rigback, he flares with a golden light like the Emperor's protecting him. Hey, everybody has a shield now. I had to improve. Let's try something else.
It thunders into you again and again. You see these flicks of lightning. Whatever color you have chosen will admittedly sort of light up his armor. The Warpsmith will attack again. A minus 40 to dodge.
We roll field again. Perks, probably not, but alright, doesn't perk. Alright, let me try to dodge. Minus 40, right?
You can also parry, I presume, if you can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll parry instead. Parry. And let's see if this works or not. So, negative 30 with Tabby's bonus added in. And there we go. Actually, no, negative 20 because I have one. I will inspiration this if it fails. And here we go. Inspiration it. And yeah.
Go on.
Success with 6 additional. Alright, I dodged.
Nice.
I blocked this thing. Alright, and counterattack activates. And
He hits you again and again and again. You deflect it with your hammer.
Alright, counterattack.
Do you have a power weapon?
No, I got reinforced on my thing.
Then
So
you cannot.
50% chance
Then
it
it will
breaks it or
be
not.
destroyed with a 50% chance, yeah.
Yep, let me roll that thing.
Yeah.
The white big old hammer. Can I fate reroll this or not?
No.
For a hammer, hundreds. Alright, my hammer's fine. Woo, woo.
Nice.
And I counterattack him. Negative 4. Wait, 30. Yeah, negative
20.
30, I think.
20. Actually,
Oh, negative 20?
yeah.
Negative 20 with my bonuses, that makes it into a plus 10. Actually, plus 20 because...
Shield does not activate.
Alright, success with 5 additional. Negative 50 if you want to dodge, and...
He cannot dodge, it is his turn.
Alright, so here's the damage.
Alright.
That is 20
Trying to do the toughness. This time succeeds. Good damage.
Come on now, I thought you were a better warrior than that. Show me your medal.
A
Corrupt.
flying mutant monstrosity will land or sort of try to attach to your side, Siegfried. Do you want to dodge?
I want to parry
Parry.
the attachment.
Go, go, go.
Success with 5 on the parry, giving me counterattack.
Yep. He hits you to the arm, to the left arm. However you parry.
And the metal shield will hit, doing 14 damage, 0 pen.
Excellent. Remember that you get inspiration points if you describe your action. Kessertife will attack the Warpsmith. Once again, he's going to hit. He's going to hit the body with a solid hit. However, the shield activates. Another mutant will fly in from the other side, and it's going to attack you, Rick. Do you want to dodge? I think you used both of your dodges last turn, didn't you?
She only
No,
used
no, that was the inspiration.
Oh,
Still got one.
go ahead.
I will Yeah, I'll keep trying to parry. So, yeah.
Let's see. Yes. Actually, he's gonna use a ranged weapon. This is technically a ranged. I wasn't sure about it. You see his mouth open, and it's this horrible monstrosity. It looks like the Predator. It opens up, and this plague vomit is going to billow out. Hits all of your armor, and you can immediately hear this terrifying sound, sort of burning all over your chest plate. It is corrosive. You can dodge it, yes.
Right, that dodge just set before additional, so I dodge, I think. So, as the spew kind of comes out the bird's mouth, Rick looks surprised for a second, raising his eyebrow, as he immediately ducks under it, going on his knees, as the spew goes over him into the lava, sizzling, as they both try to fight against each other, lava winning. As he goes back up, that was weird. And, yeah, that's his done.
Through it.
The hammer, once again, undeterred by the presence of whatever mutant creature that attempted to attach itself to him, Siegfried would bring the hammer around again, smacking into... Does the shield proc?
Who?
The Warpsmith shield proc?
Oh. Nope. It does not.
Then he foretold it.
If you want to move up to the Warpsmith, the flying mutant gets an attack on you.
That's fine.
Okay. That's gonna be a hit. Oh, to the... That's the left arm.
Okay, nice, nice.
For a total of 14 rending damage. So he will actually bite the side of your arm. You hear the sound next to you. As you see this leathery wing sort of wrap around you, he gnaws through your armor, and you feel this horrible clenching pain in your arm. You sort of elbow him to get him off, but not before he's taken a chunk out of your arm.
As he goes to bite down, piercing through the armor, his teeth will break against the stony flesh of Siegfried.
Awesome.
He did no damage.
You can attack the Warpsmith. No shield. He dodges.
Yep. Success with 6, so it'd be a minus 60.
Failed. I do not dodge.
And the Thunderhammer will come around, finally smacking into that left arm. Electricity discharging, dealing 28 pen 10 with concussive 2, so minus 20 toughness.
Wow. Minus 20 toughness?
Yep.
He fails. He is stunned. And you dealt decent damage to him as well.
28 10 to the left arm. Yep.
Oh, okay. 28 pounds. Oh, wow. That's a lot. There we go. Okay. Is that your turn?
That is end of my turn.
Well done. Daniel.
As sweat starts to form at the brow of Daniel's forehead, dripping low, the plasma gun notifies him that the crawling cycle is finished. The laser sight pinging, and the creature to reaches left as it is distracted by the sudden flashing red light. It turns towards Daniel as the camera zooms in on his barrel, and he says under his breath, "Abomination," as he fires his plasma gun on maximal setting.
Awesome, you get an inspiration point. The blue plasma bolt will fly between the mutant and Rick. And the shield does not activate.
The flying creature has a field?
Oh, okay, the flying creature, okay.
Sorry.
Let's see, damage 21, 8. Very nice. You will hit him clean in the somewhere in the middle of this creature. You will see him sort of starts to shriek, and on the side of the cliff, immediately his foot catches fire, and you can see that the hit was enough to cause deadly bleeding, but he will probably burn to death from the fire alone.
I urge you cover us, our team. Initiate the execution of target primaris.
His wing starts flapping with this horrid sound of his shrieking voice. Franz.
Firstly, I'd like to ask if someone would like to give me an inspiration point.
I urge you.
Thank God for that. Well, maybe. So Franz is going to aim at the one that is attacking Rick. As it's on his back and fighting down, he takes steady aim and fires. Punches at it, what he calls hits him, and he can actually see that it has hit him because it's starting now to flap about. And sorry, I had to re-roll there first. And it hits him for a damage of 12.7.
Beautiful. Mutant?
Because I rolled 100.
This guy?
No, the other one that's on Rick.
This one?
No, this one. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
Huh? Who?
That would have been shooting Rick. Yeah, this one here. Hold on. Where's the
Right or left? Right or left?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You deal some damage to him. Well done. That will hit him as he begins staggering. Thane.
Thane mutters to himself, "May the Emperor guide my bullet," as he fires once more at the Warpsmith.
Nice.
Aiming for his head.
Headshot.
No dodge. No shield. You get a +20 to this attack. Always call out the damage you do.
I'm sorry, +20. I'm sorry, I didn't know that one. To what?
Call out the damage.
Oh, sorry. The damage is 23 damage, pen 6.
Beautiful. He is going to be bloodied at this point. You shoot him as he's on the ground, and he's just taking a beating. You see his helmet sort of just jolt to one side as you go take a clean hit through it. There's a little hole at the side of the helmet, and you think you see some blood running out of it. At this point, you can hear a deep-pitched shriek coming from inside the power armor. Rick.
Rick sees him still down. He swings his hammer. You want shield proc? Or not?
No shield. No shield.
Alright, some 6 more hits, baby. As Rick sees him still down on the floor as he kind of walks up to him. Well, here we are again. And 1, 2, 5. And as he just keeps slamming into him on the floor as he's trying to crawl away as he keeps shrieking. Yeah, that is
Awesome.
my turn.
Awesome. Let's see what...
If anything's below 7 damage, I mean 17, put up to 17 because proven.
Okay. That's good damage. You smash him again and again into the rocks. He tries to get up desperately. Again, he's dazed, and you just keep slamming his chest plate. The Warpsmith is stunned. And the mutant grab your back, Siegfried. Both of his leathery wings sort of wrap around like a coat around your back, and he will try to attach to your back and attack you. You can parry or dodge.
Success with 1 on the parry. The shield once again comes around, smacking into the body of this flying mutant. Its leathery wings rippling back with the aftershock of the swiftness of the blow.
Awesome.
And going to counterattack. Oof. Oof. Big oof.
Yeah, you'll just knock him in the head. You hear his flapping of his wings again. As he sort of kicks off backwards, flying up in the air.
Yeah, he takes 14 to the dome.
Beautiful. Annoyed but not damaged. Circling around you before finally giving up on the rocks. A Psyker up here will take a step forward. And Rick, do a willpower test.
Ready? So I got that gives me plus 10. That'll reroll. Alright.
A post willpower test.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright, I get a that's that. Oh, thank God. Ooh. Hey, I get a reroll unless it doesn't work on 900.
You got a reroll.
Okay, good. I have a talent for psychic things. Good. Deny the witch. I think that's the one for it at least. Oh wait, no. I got the
roll.
Yeah.
Got this momentum.
Better than that. Yeah.
Still not enough, unfortunately. He is unfortunately gonna seep into your mind, and you hear a horrible whisper. Servant of the Emperor, hear my voice. A figure stands in front of you. The room is hazy, and you immediately strike out against him, figuring that you're in some kind of bewitched altered reality. Remind me of this when it's your turn. Hector is going to activate his micro bead and take a step forward.
Do not. Don't kill him. Wait for me.
Hope that was audible. Then he's gonna sprint about up here. Mutant is gonna die. Siegfried, go. No shield.
The the Thunderhammer comes around, smacking into his chest plate as he is stunned in place, standing up, his armor locked rigid as the
He's done for 2 more
Thunderhammer,
rounds, by the way.
electricity crackling along the hammerhead itself, will smack into the chest plate of the power armor, denting it in, exploding on contact as it opens up his chest plate, oily black blood spilling out, sheeting onto the ground as lightning crackles over his armor as he stays locked in place.
Yeah, you've broken up off several of his mechadendrites. He's just laying on his back now, clawing at his hammer. You can see his helmet sort of halfway broken off. Both of you are taking turns just hammering him to the ground. And he is very close to death. His insides have burst in several places, and there's a pool of blood underneath him. He's just crawling, kicking with his feet, trying to get back. Occasionally you will see little flickers of claw marks and bite marks. Chaos emblems burnt into the ground underneath him.
Yeah, so the damage was 33, pin 10, and another minus 20 toughness.
Damn, nice. Daniel.
As Daniel Pierce suddenly feels a shiver in this incredibly hot environment, he peers through the warp as he is sensitively in tune to it, and sees a strange connection forming between a Rick and a witch coming from the portal. Immediately, Daniel goes through his microbit and notifies enemy witch spotted. Sniper, take it down. 45 degrees to your left. Distance 42 meters.
Awesome, you get an inspiration
And
point.
gives everyone a plus.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Daniel, your turn is done, I think. Was that it?
Yeah, it's a full action.
The Tech Mutant is gonna move here. And let's see what he can do. Got a lot of sheets in front of me here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay, I'm gonna attack you, Siegfried. So, Tech Mutant, underneath this robe you will see his hand come up. He's holding some kind of stub revolver. He's gonna point it in your direction and release a volley of shots. Do you dodge?
I am going to dodge.
Headshot.
Success with 8 degrees on the dodge.
You get minus 30, so that's a success. You see the bullets just barely whiffing past your head. Franz.
Hans, seeing that the creature is now landed and is advancing on 2 feet, drops to one knee, takes beautiful aim as the creature just suddenly stops and just turns around to him. He fires, but he can hear there's something wrong. There's just not the charge. As it goes flying forward, it hits him with a damage of 5, 10, 7.
Beautiful.
Franz takes hold of the lad's pistol, turns it round and says, I am sorry you're unhappy, but Terra's glory was here first. You've had your chance.
Awesome. You get an inspiration point. Thane.
Thane will hear the call, change his target to the Psyker, shout, death to the witch,
Awesome. You
and
get an inspiration
aim
point.
for the head.
Alright. I'm gonna dodge. Do you have an escapable attack?
Yes, I do.
Let me know how much. What's my penalty?
Oh, sorry. That I don't know how to calculate. How do I do
Okay.
that?
4 additional degrees.
Success times 10.
Minus
so
40.
-4.
Minus 40. So that's a failure to dodge. You hit him in the
Okay,
head.
so that is 17 damage, penetration 6.
Nice. Yeah, you hit him clean in the head. You see his hood just fly off, and you can almost hear the impact. It is hitting a solid plate of bionics. You can see a little spark of electricity. That definitely dealt damage. Rick.
Ooh, love it.
My turn, whatever that thing is, as a Rick appears in the mindscape. No. Always you witches somehow getting in your trap. And, yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, Rick, you were about to remind me, right?
Yeah. That's why I just said in the mindscape thing. So,
Attack
yeah.
Siegfried,
Whatever
full...
happens,
Attack Siegfried, full attack.
Oh, I full attack Siegfried?
And lightning attack.
Lightning? Okay. As Rick kind of turns to him with a crazed look in his eyes, as he's would it light up? Would his eyes light up, or no visual indicators?
Dude, it's up to you. It's a role-playing game.
As his eyes kind of light up with a red haze. As alright, so half aim since I'm full attacking, lightning attack, and yeah, here we go. So that's a plus.
To anyone wondering, he's under the effect of Puppet Master, a psyker spell.
Alright, Alright, so negative 70 for you to parry or dodge, Siegfried.
Jesus, and you rolled all your hits.
I'm just that guy.
You didn't take the plus 10 from me, did you?
No. Those
Okay.
are just my weapon and my 1v1.
Oh.
It'd be plus 30 if I had hatred and 40, whichever thing.
Brad, are you here?
Brad, you there?
Failure
there we go.
3 on the dodge.
You can re-roll and you can get a plus 10. You got an inspiration point from me. You can re-roll with a plus 10 from a fate point if you want.
No, I'm gonna take the licks.
Okay.
And plus 10
Man,
from
his
me.
show-
Yeah, you also get
Yeah.
a plus 10 from Tavi's command.
Yep.
Uh,
You could dodge at least
Just
some
for
of them.
real, buddy. You will die. Most likely. Unless you have a lot more toughness, I'm thinking.
He hit your head, dude.
Just do
It's
it.
natural.
Come on, go.
Yeah, just do it.
I'll spend the fate point. I will use the inspiration to reroll, giving me
Okay.
a plus 20.
Yes.
Success with 4.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. I rolled.
No,
I-
that's
That's
a
wrong.
no, that's a failure.
That's
Yeah,
a failure?
Yeah.
3
I-
hits.
Ooh.
You reduce it to 3 hits. Here's the
No.
damage.
No, he
No.
didn't reduce shit.
No.
You did it?
It's all the hits. It's all the hits.
Okay. Well, then here's 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What does this
And
look
that
like,
is a
Rick?
true righteous fury. Jesus.
Nah, it has to be on the first one, remember?
What does it look like, Rick?
Oh.
As Rick turns to him as he sees your head, as he just, you tried to parry, right? Or was it dodge?
Just dodge.
Alright, as Siegfried tried to dodge out the way of the first swing, but Rick kind of turns it midair, slamming him in the leg as the next hit goes, as he tries to dodge once again, goes for the leg this time. And it just repeats over and over again. Each time he tries to dodge, Rick hits him in the side of the chest, cracking a few ribs, and the armor just keeps pounding, as he goes for the shoulder projection, the arms, the legs, as he just goes methodically. Then for the last swing, is kind of going for the head, but slightly misses, clipping the chest plate as he just keeps pounding. And that is it. If you're alive, you're alive. If you're dead, you're dead. Anything below 17 turns into a 17.
Gotcha. Alright, let me do some maths.
And 5.
And well, feel free
Because of-
to do a little dialogue, one-liner, or whatever you want.
Siegfried, in the few moments he gets as he comes smashed underneath these blows, only thing being said, traitor.
Nice. You can see Castor in shock as he walks across the bridge. Rick! No! He's going to sort of set his Stormbolter by his side. Grabbing his hammer, he will hesitantly take a couple of steps, preparing to perhaps kill his acolyte.
As Daniel is able to perceive the warp and is able to discern the nature, just moments before he was about to turn to Siegfried, saying, Karach, Acolyte Rich is compromised. But it's too late to alert Siegfried.
Still doesn't perk. What's the minus of dodge? Inquisitors thing.
We don't
No,
know.
he doesn't attack.
Oh,
We
he's
don't
not
know
attacking.
yet.
Alright.
It's not his turn yet.
Ooh, okay.
So what are we waiting
As
for?
Rick,
We're waiting for the
Will
map.
shout out stuff.
We're waiting for Brad to see if Siegfried
Okay.
survives or not.
How are you doing, Siegfried? Okay with the power
Francis
armor, by the
gonna
way.
shout out, not
You asked about
with
power
the
armor
traitor.
earlier. You're good to go with the power armor. You
Yeah,
have
it still kills me, regardless. Yeah, Siegfried will die. Like, Siegfried turns being basically onslaughted under the blows of this hammer as his skull is exploded. It literally is smashed into chunks.
Where do you hit?
I rolled 8.
Where do you hit, Rick?
He rolled a 20, it's the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I kind of wish I could fate point this or something, but I can't really do anything.
You could have fate point the willpower.
I could have? God damn! Wait,
Yeah.
I did though.
No,
Still
he
failed.
rerolled. He rerolled.
Okay.
Yeah. I fate pointed. I inspiration.
Alright,
and I
guys, what
fate- it
happens?
still
We're
failed.
role playing. What happens?
The puppet monster is still going on, right? So I can't say anything. So yeah, alright. The rest of you react because I can't do nothing.
Hans is gonna see all this happening and is basically slow down its run ever so slightly and then shout into the microbeat, "Suffer not the traitor to live!"
Awesome. You can still describe what happens, Rick. What does Rick do?
As Rick is a puppet master, takes over full body. As Rick is watching from the back of his mind, and as he sees himself kill his own friend and acolyte, fellow acolyte, he kind of screams out, "No! No!" As his body smashes his head, and as he kind of kicks the body into the river of lava, as he kind of turns to the Inquisitor. "You will die like your friends. And you will die to your own acolyte. This
Siegfried.
is the power of chaos."
What happens, Siegfried? Anything you wanna... Does Siegfried react, say anything, do anything?
He doesn't get the chance. He just gets
Mm.
onslaughted underneath this and then kicked off into the lava pit.
What does it look like?
All would hear a plop as this heavily armored individual without a head smashes into the fiery lake below, slowly being consumed, the power armor being maintained as the lava swamps over it, slowly cooking off the paint as he further descends, eventually getting up to what remains of his skull. A fiery burst will spurt out as the body finally recedes underneath the fiery lake. And that is it. That is the end of Siegfried. And now we will bring Roland down south. Thank God I had to.
Rick, Siegfried. That's the end of Siegfried, unfortunately. Last thing you see is sinking into the lava. A little metallic shimmer. A caster will try to grab you. As a last-ditch effort, he grabs your hand. By that time you're already unconscious, and you fail to grip his hand back. He slips, or your grip slips, and then you fall backwards into the lava. Caster stands there for a little while. He turns around towards you, Rick, raises his hammer. Rick, you can attempt a willpower to try to wake up.
No negatives, or is this still another opposed?
At the end of your turn, you get another opportunity. Roll willpower.
Oh, flat willpower.
On, baby,
You get a
get me out.
+10 from inspiration, though.
I already used that on the other one. Unless I got one right
from
now.
From my command. Inspired.
Ah, okay. Alright, so plus 20 on total. Alright, success with 2, is that enough?
Sick. You wake up. What do you do?
Rick kind of looks shocked as he kind of comes back to consciousness and looks. No.
Caster
Oh,
is
I
standing in
didn't-
front of you. He's going to grab your hand.
You killed him.
I didn't mean to. I never kill an ally willingly. Never. This is. I have no words.
The Warpsmith wakes up. Mutant is going to fly over to Master and attack him. Success to the head, and he will parry.
With a +10, my boy Caster represents
Nice.
HC.
That's a hammer hit and a ton of damage. Holy shit. Yeah, that's gonna bring him down to crit. Corrupted Mutant gets hit in the chest. Big chunk of it will fall off, blood spurting everywhere. The Psyker, you can hear a slight laughter coming from under his hood. He will reach out a hand, feeling extremely powerful. He will try to attack you again, Rick. Your mind, that is.
Another willpower?
Another willpower.
Oh, thank God.
Keep in mind the +10, boy.
He's dying. Excellent.
Nice. That's very good.
Won't say anything because that was just dead silence for me.
Yeah, I don't know, more than I think it's...
Did you
always-
succeed or fail? Or
No, I didn't hear anything.
Additional.
I heard dead. It was dead silent. I didn't hear anything.
did you
I thought
succeed or fail the willpower?
Oh, I have the willpower.
Oh, it was that.
I thought you.
No, I didn't hear anything. I remember willpower.
I wonder why there was long pause.
Yeah, because I didn't hear anything. I knew it never rolled it. Boop.
Success by
I
2.
don't-
Oh, you actually succeed. He did not succeed
Oh,
with
okay.
a lot this time. Caster Typh is going to turn to you again, Rick.
Rick, is it you?
Yeah. Yes, sir. This psyker infiltrated my mind.
Go!
He's going to push you, holding your hand. He's going to push you towards the Warpsmith.
Hold him down.
Sir.
Hold him.
Yeah, I will grapple him on my next turn.
He is going to shoot the Psyker. Wait, didn't he just attack? Yeah, he did. Damn.
No, he counterattacked. He
Oh, yeah,
counterattacked,
that's right. Caster is going to attack the Corrupted Mutant. Hit. No dodge. And he is going to knock his head off. And Siegfried. Daniel.
Daniel sees, he is aware of the warp. He sees the connection severing between the witch and Rick. As his plasma gun once again recovers from its overheated status, he points it towards the witch as this bright red beam of light pins a direct trajectory between the witch and Daniel. The witch looks at him as he says, "If things would have done that the other way, it would be in your shoes. But I'd hate to be in your shoes right now." As he shoots towards her head. Sorry, I rolled twice. Dealing 21 penetration 8, 7 degrees of success.
To who?
The witch,
The witch? Okay.
heretical psyker.
Completely done. The head explodes like a piñata. A huge flood, fountain of blood, violently thud to the ground. A pool of blood spreads. And he is totally done. The tech mutant will take another step forward and attempt to shoot you, Rick. That's a hit to the right leg.
Close but not
Attempt to dodge.
Yep.
Let me roll my shield first to see if it procs. It does not. Such a yeah.
Oof. Oof.
Big oof. That's it to the left leg.
Siegfried might be dead.
Hmm?
I forgot I had a conversion field.
Oh shit.
Anyway, success one on the dodge, so I dodge it.
You dodge it? Okay.
Yeah.
The shots are gonna go wide. Franz.
Roll
Franz
that conversion field, buddy.
is charging forward with his eyes directly on Rick. And that's me. We'll get to
Thane.
Thane will, seeing the Psyker Witch die, will say, "Suffer not the mutant," as he switches his aim to the Tech Mutant. That is not a jam. It's reliable. Yep.
Ooh. Okay. So it doesn't jump.
And that is a headshot still.
Headshot to the
With 1 degree.
thick mutant?
To the head.
To the head.
Tech Mutant.
Okay. Let's see. 13-6. That's gonna
13
deal
damage.
damage. That's gonna deal damage. He only has 5 armor to the head, actually. That's gonna kill him.
Yes.
So you do a headshot, and instantly you will see his bionics fly off. His head splits in half. You just shoot the side of the head, and the skull sort of splits off. The hood flies off, and a part of his cape. And then he just does a half spin, falls on the ground, dead. And
Not hesitating, I'll immediately start turning my aim towards the last flying mutant.
Well done. Now, Rick, what do you do?
Since he said hold him down, Rick will try to engage a grapple. Yeah, so Rick will charge at the Space Marine and try to grapple him. I think that's opposed strength. That's how it works.
No. Well.
First you
your
need to
weight?
roll for hit.
Yeah, first hit,
Okay.
and then we do opposed. But yeah, the Warpsmith woke up now last round, that's true. So he would be able to oppose.
Even if he was stunned, he would still be able to oppose.
Oh yeah, that's true. But there is
Success
no
with 8
hope.
additional.
No hope in opposing this. You don't attack with your Warhammer, but with a 6 you succeed. Now you can roll strength.
Failed the Space Marine, but I have to try.
A very weakened Space Marine.
That is true. Success with 4. I don't think
You
that's-
succeed. What happens?
Rick kind of charges at the Space Marine, slipping behind him. As he gets behind him, it grabs him, holding him down. I got him, sir. Do what you need to. And as he kind of grabs him, whispered to Space Marine's ear, "You made me kill my friend. I'm going to make sure this is going to be the most painful thing you ever experience in your life." Yeah, that's his turn.
Inspiration point. Warpsmith's turn. He's gonna try to get free. He has a penalty to his agility because of the damage inflicted, but he's still gonna try. And he succeeds.
Strength?
Opposed strength.
Alright.
Or is it just a clean agility? Can you help us? I hate grappling rolls.
Allow me. So, contortionist. The Warpsmith may be allowed to use acrobatics to exit
Right.
the grapple for a half action, or try to get control of a
Yeah.
grapple.
But
with
I
an
know
opposing
contortionist, but is it opposed as well? Or is it just agility?
If Rick, you use your full action.
Yeah, full action for that one. I was already engaged.
He isn't allowed to use Contortionist as Rick has a full hold on it. It will be an opposed strength.
Let's go.
Rope, I roll good. Another 4.
You hear this,
Good enough?
and you just manage to hold his arms down. He is severely weakened. Rick, you are incredibly strong, holding down the Space Marine alone. Even with all of his strength. I rolled 98. Fuck. Roland.
As a
Yeah, go, Rick.
Alright, as he tries to escape, Rick tightens even harder. I said you're gonna experience the worst pain imaginable. I keep my word, unlike you, dog. Now stay here and take your punishment.
You can see his cloudy, bloodied eyes through his cracked helmet. Sort of the front of it is cracked off. At this point you can see into his eyes. It hurts you just to look into them. There is an unnatural depth. He is, of course, a superhuman with augmented strength. He looks at you completely disgusted that a normal human is able to hold him down. You can just see this intense, putrid hatred in his eyes.
What is your pride hurt that a normal human can do this to you? Maybe you should have stayed loyal to the Emperor, and this wouldn't have happened.
Expression point. Roland, you've been running with Thane. Are you ready? Roland.
As Roland appears from behind Thane, he will charge out onto the open bridge, trying to get to where Siegfried fell into the fiery lake.
Beautiful. Caster Typh.
Real quick, sorry. As Roland hits the scene, so to speak, Thane would see running by a white-clad, robed figure, an Imperial Aquila embezzled upon the chest piece of the robe with the sigil of medic. Oh my god.
Yeah, we he's a medic.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh,
Shuriken.
yes, yes,
however you
but
pronounce that.
he
You sound
would
drunk.
also notice upon his face scars and what seemed to be black veins running down his neck, approaching his jawline, a definite sign of corruption.
Sick. Caster Typh is going to run over Rick, ignoring the threats in front of him.
See to it that he doesn't move.
As you hold him down, Caster will pull out of his side pouch a Holy Aquila out of one of his pockets, as well as an inquisitorial rosette. He looks the Space Marine in the eyes, and you can see a sight of absolute horror, and almost like the Space Marine is insulted as he looks up at the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor kneels next to him with his heavy armor, and is going to place the Aquila on top of his chest. He will then begin to pray.
Cast a spirit into the darkness, never to return.
He is going to prepare something out of one of his vials that has in his pockets. Then he looks at you, Rick.
Kill him.
Roland, it's your turn. Daniel.
Daniel, noticing that there are still no enemies going through the portal, he will look in the direction of the sniper, whose name he doesn't know at the moment, saying, "Sniper, keep overwatch at the portal's entrance. Friends, come with me. We're gonna need to close it." As he goes into a full burst sprint towards the portal.
As Roland charges further, getting closer to where Siegfried was submerged, he would quickly call out to the others. "Quickly, get a grapnel line upon his power armor. We should be able to drag him out. I might be able to revive him."
Awesome. Franz?
Franz is going to run past the struggling Rick and the Inquisitor. Rick will notice that he throws him a look. As someone would say, you're the Inquisitor's problem now. And we'll just charge past.
Beautiful. At this point, you outman the enemy to such an extent that the Chaos Space Marine can no longer resist. So I'm going to draw the line there. You have won.
Right, so the Inquisitor said kill him, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep my promise. So do I gotta keep making strength checks, or can I kill him however I want?
Everything is roleplay now. What happens, guys? Anyone can feel free to roleplay this whatever way you want.
As Rick tightens his grip on the Space Marine slowly around his neck as he starts to try and choke him out, as he just rips off the helmet to look him in the eyes.
You hear this as you choke him. Visibly his eyes almost pop out of his skull. You can see thick veins just laying on side of his chin, forehead. Blood becomes visible in several cracks of his skin. His hand raises up, injured as he is, grabs your hand while you're choking him. Die! He looks at you, tries to claw at your chest as you kill him. Caster keeps praying intensely over him.
Rick slaps his hand away as he keeps looking at him, as he peers over the side and looks him in the eyes as he kind of puts his thumb above his eyelids. "Now, let's make you never see the world again as you die." As he kind of pushes his thumbs into his eye sockets, gouging out his eyes as he keeps doing that. Then,
Foul abomination.
The Inquisitor, it's clearly shaken from this, takes his Aquila back, wipes the blood off. As the creature slowly begins to die, Caster stands up.
Pull him into the pits.
Alright, as Rick kind of takes his eyes out of his thumbs out, his eye sockets, pulls him back and puts him in his mouth and kind of drags him over to his to the pit, right? Yeah, to the pit, as he drags him over there and trucks him in there as he snaps his neck. Oh wait, no, he doesn't snap his neck. He just slowly lowers him in there as he lets the lava do its work as he's still alive. Now,
You can hear this slow as soon as his leg hits the side of the cliff. The heat from the rocks is enough to start to burn him. He's sure, or you're pretty sure he's dead by the time he drops off into the lava, and you hear a little snap as it hits one of the sides of the cliff before you hear smash.
Suffer not the traitor, suffer not the witch, and suffer you no longer.
Even though he is dead, you can still hear this echoey howl as it hits the flames. The last little bit of blackened lava can be seen down there beneath you. You over the cliff, just witnessing the death of the Warpsmith before finally hearing this. In the distance you can see some servants looking panicked in your direction, wearing black cloaks. As the Inquisitor turns around covered in blood, You see them start to scatter in horror.
Victory for the Emperor!
The Inquisitor will hold the Aquila up in the air, looking at all of you. You see a maniacal grin on his face as his visor is up.
For the Emperor. And Rick's gonna go help pull up Sigrid's dead body with a roller. Yeah, and that's gonna be for him.
Siegfried is gone.
Oh no, we're just pulling up his dead body.
Nope, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
The Daniel, with both hands on his plasma gun, in a primitive motion, he raises it above his head as he screams in exultation of a presumably impossible mission coming to fruition yet again. He screams at the top of his lungs, "By the God Emperor, we triumph!"
You've done well, my servants. We killed the Warpsmith. But our mission is not complete. What next, Daniel?
The Wraith Bone artifact still lies far away from us, at the center of the hive structure, which I may do from here. And as he turns from the sniper's location, to Tane's location, he waves his hand and says, "Sharpshooter, if we make it out of here alive, I owe you a drink."
We lost our witch. We have no way to close the portal. Or do we?
I have this exclusive. This may help, my lord.
Warp and energies may cascade. I'll see what I can do. As he turns towards Caster Typh as he walks by. You know, I don't like to play with all the cards. I still got some in my back pocket, as he gives the rest of the party a wink.
Let your charm rest for now, Acolyte. One of my servants is dead. Remember, he deserves a proper burial.
Roland, overhearing the conversation, will quickly snatch out his grapnel line, throwing it into the lava, hoping to seek purchase upon the power armor of Siegfried.
Siegfried's body is completely gone, melted into nothing, as well as everything he carried.
In 18 seconds?
Yep.
Oof. Well,
Very hot. Warp infused
I
lava.
will move over towards the rest of the group, and I will actually take aim directly at Rick, or Olu. Rick.
Rick.
And I will say to Castor, permission to execute the traitor.
Wait. Thane. Rick, explain what happened.
Roland would shoot a hard glare over at Rick. Yes. Explain how this occurred.
I would like an explanation.
Rick kind of puts his hammer down on the ground to have no weapons on him, as he kind of turns to the rest of them, as he kind of puts his hands
As soon
behind
as
his
he
back.
turns, Roland launches a right hook right into his face, smashing it to the side. "You bastard! You killed his son!"
Rick kind of tanks the hit as he just kind of turns, looks back at them. Well, as you understand all here, you have seen me murder another acolyte. It was not my intention, nor my will to do so. And I have no other one person to blame than myself for my lack of mental fortitude against resisting psychic attacks. As you can
You are a
see,
liability.
sirs, and I will accept any punishment after I am done explaining, like our Inquisitor commanded me to do.
As soon as he says he'll take any punishment, he will feel his bottom jaw lift up into his top jaws, his teeth gnash together from the mean left hook that smashes in from the bottom.
Hitting him 2
Uppercut,
times in the face. Caster will just be totally transfixed by the portal. Already walking up to it, he will sort of stroke the edges of it. Holding some device up, he kneels in front of the portal, his face lit up by the blue glow.
Wick turns his face
Unsure
back
what-
to...
Oh, go ahead.
Continue.
Unsure of what
Rick-
Castor is doing, he actually changes his aim from Rick actually to the back of Castor's head.
As I was saying, as he turns his face, I was not mentally fortitude enough, nor did I have enough preparation to unexpected psychers. He points to the corpse of the female psyker, to invade my mind and take control of my body.
There's
As
no
our resident-
escape. There is
Yes,
no
like I
excuse
said.
for your failure as Roland pushes you away, stepping away. It's done now.
Yes,
He can't be brought back.
Thine, you
What
see
is Castor doing?
Thine, you see Daniel drawing next to you as you aim at the, just to clarify, do you aim at the Inquisitor?
I aim at the Inquisitor, and I'll say out loud, "What is the Inquisitor doing?"
Daniel puts a hand on the barrel of your gun and says, Inquisitorial business. We're used to this sort of stuff. You are an acolyte, yes?
I'm an acolyte second to a servant of the Emperor.
Yeah, well, that sort of mentality gets people killed. You don't want demons to invade this planet, so let's do our job, yeah.
I do not take my eyes or sights off the Inquisitor until I...
As the
figure out what he's
Inquisitor's
doing.
hand lifts off from the side of the portal, you hear a faint voice going,
It's too powerful. I can't resist.
The Inquisitor turns around. You can see him sort of staggering towards you, lifeless, pale.
I don't know what it is. How do we stop it?
Daniel will quickly take an assessment of the ritual site as well as the portal.
You can see a whole pool of bodies laid out around it. About 20 humans in total. They look to have been chained. They're probably locals from the planet. They seem to have been sacrificed for some purpose. The portal itself is shimmering, and there's you get a feeling almost like you're being watched, like there's someone in there watching you.
Bodies are chained and holding it. What if we bring the roof down on it?
We don't know. It could cause the entire Hive City to implode on itself, or it could create a micro warp storm that would cover the planet. Let me get a closer look, figure out exactly what's going on here. See what solutions we can get. Could I? Is there a lore to see the nature of the portal and any countermeasures against it?
Do a chaos test for Binler.
I have Heresy. Heresy is also chaos.
Sure, go.
Success with 3 additional on a flat test.
Yeah, this is a portal to a Dark Mechanicus machine. Basically, it's a piece of technology. If you destroy it, the portal is destroyed.
The ritual is just a feeble attempt at the trying to subvert its true nature. It's nothing more than a technological device. A remote detonation will be possible without any consequence.
Then let us personally rectify this as Roland steps around, leveling a meltagun at the device.
Multigun doesn't seem to do much. You're gonna need some explosives.
Oh, I
Do you want to do the,
oh,
do you
I
want to do the honors, or shall I?
well, I just brought his birthday present, and you'd love. I'd hate not to use it as he pours out his demolition kit.
You set the demolition kit and blow it to high heavens. As you run away, you look behind you. The portal is destroyed. You can feel the presence of some entity that used to be here slowly fading until it is completely gone. Then you run back into the tunnels. The Dark Mechanicum, as well as all the machines around you, cease to operate. You seem to have successfully destroyed them. There are a few pieces of machinery left around you, however, they are unpowered. Other than that, you are just running around in the darkness. You return to the Manufactorum. Is there anything you want to do here before you leave? No. Then you Then you return to where you were, and you're going to see some people return. Slowly but surely, some members of House Emedusele will come stumbling into the scene. They will take off their bionics around their heads, and you see a whole team of them running into the cave. Now,
Mercy. Lord Inquisitor, did you just exercise the Warpsmith influence?
The Inquisitor will turn around as you walk onto the platforms in complete darkness.
The Warpsmith is dead. He will no longer haunt my dreams. Perhaps that will give me some degree of respite. Thank you. Thank you all.
Certainly took him out, my lord.
He's just standing there.
I nod with a beaming smile, reminding himself that, and saying, well, that's just our time for you boys. Impossible is just another day at the office for him. After which he slows his step until he reaches Rick, places a hand on his shoulder, saying, I saw you. I saw the witch take control of your mind. Me and the sharpshooter tried our best, but we couldn't end its existence fast enough.
The Inquisitor is going to hold this earpiece.
They're close. Icarus and the others. They're close to the artifact. They're going to find it before us. The others.
My fault, there is mine. Well, we heard the Inquisitor. We have to get moving fast if we want to catch up to them.
They killed him. Let's double time. And no one knows these caverns better than us.
Now, you're going to be running towards the other side of the city. And to try to move through the main passageways, or do you want to try to stay hidden as much as possible? This is a Tyranid-infested place.
Yeah.
It'll probably be best, but we're gonna be not able to catch up to him.
We're gonna have to be able to catch up to them. If we're gonna move stealth, we're not gonna be fast enough, I presume.
Well, let's risk it then. If speed's the matter here, we have to risk it.
There's also the possibility of the Eldaris trying to fight against Icarus.
Ooh. But for now, we don't have that information, and we need the fastest route, which is through the main routes, which may or may not get ambushed by a lot of Tyranids.
You begin sneaking through with infrared vision, revealing as much of the caverns as you can. You begin to see a little bit of like creep and guts and biological goo sort of hanging from the walls as you explore the caverns on the other side of the city. The beacon leading the way to the artifact is very clear. However, as you walk, you will see more and more signs of the life of Tyranids. You can also hear Tyranids occasionally shrieking in the distance. Roll 1d100.
Roland would look to the group. I may know a shortcut.
Awesome.
1d100.
Yes, this is what I like. Take initiative. What happens, Roland?
Roland shows them before. Is this our first time coming to this area?
Yes, none of you have ever been here before.
Roland
to explain, half the city has been infested by Tyranids. The other half was taken over by the Chaos Marine.
Gotcha.
And
As the group enters the cavern for the first time, Roland moves along one side of the wall, feeling against it as he finally comes across the pressure plate. Pushing it in, the party will hear a stone door opening as the wall recedes to the side, showing a barely illuminated passage, an occasional torch further down giving off the mere flicker of light.
Excellent. Roland, as you point to a new valley to walk down, you see that you're walking between two collapsed buildings that have sort of collapsed underground. It makes for a perfect little sort of cover as you occasionally look through the cracks or jump up the side of the buildings. You can see the signs of Tyranid. However, whenever you see them, you just stop, use whatever cloaking devices you have, and they just pass by next to you. You manage to pass even deeper into the caves towards the artifact. At this point, you begin to see almost like you're in the inner workings of a Tyranid body. There's like visible goo hanging off the walls. And as you walk, you can hear your footsteps sort of walking into this gushy, gooey mess beneath you. It is quite disgusting. However, you all manage to find the correct path, and I want any of you to do a navigate surface test. You have a minus 30 on this. You get a plus 10 for each rank you have in Forbidden Lore. Tyranids.
Okay, I should probably do the roll. Give me 1 second.
Yes. whenever you hear the crackling sound of a horde of hormagaunts moving past you, you will just hide between the bones. The hormagaunts run past you occasionally. None of them seem to be looking for enemies in this area. You have a couple of lucky run-ins with the Tyranids. They seem to ignore you. Or
Roland,
not be able to see you.
Knowing the area a little bit more familiar than the others, will point off to another path, saying, if we would have went that way, we would have went to the birthing chamber, where they spawn new Tyranids that they get from the consumed biomass. You can see that Roland is getting a little bit harder for Roland to breathe as he looks around, getting slightly claustrophobic. We need to go this other way. Come, this path to the right. This will lead us to where we seek.
Beautiful. You managed to move all the way into the inner chambers, at which point you're going to see a mound of humans. There are no hostile or warrior Tyranids here. As you look up, you see this blue tint in the sky. Occasionally you will see some creature just working on this structure, biological structure they're building here. You're not sure what the point of it is. You see some Tyranid flying above you. No one is looking for humans here. You are surrounded by millions of Tyranid, but you're just walking next to this wall, and suddenly you will begin to hear howls of humans. Help me! Ah! Shrieks of women and children. And as you look between two cracks of this biological tower, you will see a mound of hundreds of humans melded together. Some of them are still alive, laying next to the mound. Occasionally a little hormagaunt will come crawling on top of them.
They're already dead.
They're about 50, 100 meters away from you.
As Roland sees this preliminary built tower, just the foundation, already he knows what it is. He looks to the others. It's a capillary tower. This is how they can transport biomass from planets back to their ships to produce more warrior forms. And
certainly won't be the one. Won't be the only one, so all we can do is move on.
I hope none of you are thinking about mercy killing these poor souls. We can at least alert in the hive.
Roland would fish around into his Medicaid bag and pull out a few melt bombs. I believe if we place these strategically, it should knock the tower over, or at least prevent them from completing it for the time being.
Is it wise?
For the time being, we have other things to be doing. To blow up this thing would just cause the entire hive to come down on us, and that would be the end of the mission.
We can use it for when
we are here for a specific task. This is not it.
Yes,
Our
but we
priority
can
is the
complete
artifact.
this upon the way back.
Not
I
even
understand
done.
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Roland, but I've fought these things before, and there are more of them. Not only this planet, but other planets. I understand that it's disgusting, but we must move on, and quickly.
We have a prime opportunity to strike against the Xenos, and you tell me to hold my hand upon a planned action that we will not be here for when it is completed. We don't need to be here to detonate the melt bombs. We can do it from a remote location.
How quickly can you arm the melter bombs? Would that be time better spent going for the artifact or staying?
Roland will click a button and you will hear a armed chime out.
You get an inspiration point. That's amazing.
and Roland will then begin distributing out melta bombs to each member, pointing towards different spots around the tower to place them.
Oh my god. Do you have like a launcher to fire them from a distance, or do you want to get close to the thing?
Hold up. Let me see if I got a rocket launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a rocket launcher?
This guy.
Dude, we actually might. Give me 1 second. I got the big bag on me.
Oh my god.
I might just be able to lob him with my arms because I'm just that strong.
Yeah. It's like an Olympic like disc throw or whatever.
Shot put, baby, start spinning and woof.
Yeah, the weight throwing. Yeah.
Like spinning around and around. Is it like those big we'll see. What do you do, Roland?
You see from a massive duffel bag with logos of the Medicae Imperialis embezzled all over it. You just see Roland drop it down to the ground with a heavy thud, undo the zipper, open it up, and you see a plethora of weapons, tech. You see, for some reason, a little pill package where there's 2 little pills with inside. Anyone that would have any Medicaid knowledge would know that these are absolution capsules. You see respirators. You even see 2 survival suits neatly tucked into one of the corners of the duffel bag. And rummaging in, you see Roland pull out this massive tube as he passes it to Thane. I think you'll need this. You're the best shot amongst us. As he presses a missile launcher into his hands.
Oh shit.
Some geniuses wings.
Let me get
That's
this right.
the
You wanna attach a warhead bomb, melt the bomb, to the point of the rocket launcher and fire it. Is that right?
Technically, it shouldn't detonate on impact. It's not set to do.
No, it doesn't.
But
it doesn't. So is that what you want to do?
I mean, can we save real quick and then reload if we fuck up?
Yeah, you quick save. F5. It's
I mean,
all
it
good,
is
bro.
a heavy weapon. It will be hurt through the entire hive.
It's F5. You sure you want to do this?
Roland hears that. As Roland hears conversation of the Tyranids hearing the missile launcher activating, Roland will quickly hit a switch on his waistband as sound is killed within a 5-meter radius.
Yeah.
And then gives a head nod to Thane.
However, to jerry-rig this thing and do this, I want you to do a armorer test. Trade armorer. -10. Trade armorer.
Does anyone
would like to assist him if
I
he
do
can.
have
I'd like to
armor.
do that.
I do have armor.
Well,
Thane, do you have it?
I do.
Okay, Thane.
Okay, I'll assist, but my intelligence is 65, so I'm pretty good at it.
-10, you said?
-10.
So it's a
However,
flat
however, you get a
So
plus
it's
10
gonna
from
be flat.
being assisted.
Okay, so just flat for me then.
Yep.
So what you're saying is, we are going to fire a missile launcher at a capillary car on a planet that is going to get glassed anyway.
Roland would look
All
quizzically
because
at
5 people are still alive in there.
as Franz is attempting to speak. Roland would kind of furrow his eyebrow at him as no words come out of his mouth because they are in a suppression field of sound.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's too perfect. Thane, Franz, the scene is as follows. Roland is just kneeling down with his duffel bag open with all this gear. Thane walks over, starts jerry-rigging this thing, and you're outside this bubble and your mouth is just moving like in a silent movie. And you're just like gesticulating, your hands flailing up, pointing at the thing, your mouth keeps moving. No one can hear a thing. He's using his stummer.
All we'll see is Franz take the magazine out, take one bolt shot out, and put it in his back pocket.
Nice.
and reload the magazine.
Thane, what does it look like? What do you do?
You
succeed at whatever you want to try to do.
Yeah, Thane does his best to match what was described in fitting these melta bombs into this launcher so that they will fire off from this quieted field. And he stands up and shoulders it and like nods, saying, "Tell me where to point it."
45 degrees left. Elevate 10 degrees.
You can't
Fire
hear
for
anything
effect.
any of you are saying. Your mouth just
Yeah,
moved.
and as Roland is saying this, he's pointing as well.
Can I see what appears as the target is that he's pointing to?
You're both like soldiery dudes, so I'm guessing you understand degrees and such. You can do that with your hands probably somehow. You point at the mound. It's a huge tower of wailing humans. You can see hands and upper bodies sort of crawling out, trying to desperately get out into the air. Occasionally little critters will sort of crawl on this web of goo that surrounds them. They seem to be constructing some kind of tower out of the bodies, and they just push the humans further in. You see this horrid nightmare. As you look in that direction, I want all of you to do a -20 willpower test. Fair 2 test. Fair 2. The sight of children and women decapitated, dying and crawling out of this tower of thousands of humans is disturbing, even to the jaded. Even if you are jaded, you need to do this test. It's -20.
I do succeed with adamantium.
Okay. Anyone who fails, let me know. Let me know if you fail.
Just checking my skills real quick.
Mhm.
I fail by a lot.
This is where I would be able to use command to remove the fear, but the condition is that you must hear me. And you can't.
How many degrees? Anyone who did more than 3? Did anyone get more than 3?
I succeed.
-7.
Anyone did more than
Thing
3?
is -7.
-7. Okay. You gain 6 insanity points.
Oh, fantastic.
Your body is shaking, you're pale, you're just looking at this weapon, about to fire it, and there's just something wrong, something is hitting your soul. This is just too disturbing. Anyone else more than 3?
No. Not for me.
Siegfried? You have -4 degrees? Okay.
Adamantium 8th, so I actually have 4 as my bonus number, so I'm actually good.
Okay.
I use inspiration to reroll.
Thane, what happens?
Thane is forced to look away and kind of shrugs off the launcher and kind of pushes it to someone else, whoever is to my right, as I shake, unable to do it.
Roland, seeing the look in his eyes upon seeing the mound of flesh, the despair and the fate of these mortals, Roland will reach out a reassuring hand onto his shoulder, giving head nods to the younger soldier, and then helps put the tube back up onto his shoulder as he turns his head, as Roland almost lovingly and carefully puts a hand on the side of his helmet and turns it back into the direction of the capillary tower, giving 2 further pats onto the shoulder, signaling it's okay, you can do it.
Awesome. Anyone who wants to fire it, do a ballistics test.
That's you, my die, Thane. Roll it. Send it.
Thane cannot fire. He opted out.
Oh,
Yep.
you son of a...
Who wants to fire?
Roland will reach over, grabbing the tube, shakes his head, looks up at the target, and begins to fire. Success with 1.
Nice. It goes off, and you see this cloud of smoke fly off towards the tower. After a few seconds, your heart, or you can feel your hearts pounding in your chest. Suddenly, you just hear this little thud. A loud shriek, surround sound coming from every corner of the mound that you're in. You just hear this loud choir of creatures reacting. And at that point, you can just feel the ground start to move. It must be thousands of them. And they're running towards the tower. As they pass you, everyone needs to do a stealth test.
Stummer and Chameleon Cloak. If everyone's grouped up around me in that 5-meter radius, you get a plus 30.
I want to confirm that plus 30 is also on top of my Chameleon Cloak.
Yes.
Test with 4.
You begin to see. You begin to see huge clouds above you. Suddenly, winged creatures will just take off and fly through the valleys. You all scatter immediately, trying to get further into the hive and underground.
After the horde quickly passes by, Roland will begin hand signaling to the others. We must advance. Come this way. As he quickly departs, leading them further in.
Awesome. You all run in, crouched into the darkness. Did anyone fail their stealth?
Now,
Wow.
we're the all-stealth party
Wow.
now. Yeah.
Well done.
I failed.
Damn. Well done. Well,
I had 9 successes. I should.
well done. Wow. You're going to run through the caves, deep underground, and you can see the Inquisitor is starting to get tired. However, you finally reach some chambers that begin to look more and more human. There is a strange mist sort of lingering in the air. You feel the closeness of machines as well as biological life from the Tyranids. However, there's a third presence. Occasionally, you will see little crystalline outlines of structures that remind you of something you've seen before. Anyone can do a Forbidden Lore Eldar test. And as you touch them and touch the side of these things, the way they are cut, the crystallic surfaces, seem inhuman. They are too perfect. The surfaces are too beautiful. Everything is very tranquil, pointed. Daniel and Siegfried, you immediately recognize that this is the work of Craftworld Eldar. You have seen this or studied this when you studied the Craftworld Eldar. This is some ancient structure built by them that you are currently inside of. As you walk, your voices begin to echo. There is a psychic presence here. Anyone with senescence can roll senescence. As you walk, you feel crushed glass under your feet. The aliens have begun, or the Tyranids have begun, to build into this Eldar structure, crushing some of the very fine crystal building material. Daniel, you feel the presence of a massive piece of Eldar technology directly under you, one floor below you. Occasionally you can see little scepters and pieces of what looks like engines in the walls. This has no function to a human, but you know that these pieces of technology from your deep insight into the Eldari, they're probably used to amplify psychic powers. You also feel a very strong psychic presence directly underneath you. Caster Typh is jogging and you can hear the panting, his heavy breathing to your microbead.
As Daniel is marching along everyone else, he suddenly stops and looks directly down as he says, "We're here. We're right above it. Straight down."
You come upon a wall. It looks like some kind of biological, almost like a gland, a huge gland the size of a door. Caster just stands in front of it, raises his storm bolter.
What is it? Does anyone know?
Daniel looks...
Browns just slightly shake his head.
There's no way to continue but through it.
Daniel looks to the side of the structure and says, "I think it's a doorway. What do you think, Siegfried?"
Siegfried is dead.
My bad.
Roland will
Roland.
look at the artifice. Is there a shimmering portal in front of us?
Nope. It looks like a purple gland or something inside of a human body. It looks organic. And it's the size of the entire wall. So it's like 2 by 2 meters.
Roland will walk around it extensively, looking over every facet. Does he get like a membranous like structure from it?
Yep.
Roland will look to the others. One moment, and he will attempt to push through.
As you touch it and push through it, it gives in and begins to swallow you.
Roland, with the last amount of his power as he is being sucked into the wall, will just give a thumbs up as he's being sucked in. The arm slowly being swallowed before the hand. The last thing is a kind of angled thumb poking out from the wall before it is too sucked through.
Awesome. You all see Roland disappearing through it. What do you do?
Browns will march forward and put his and just basically walk into it.
Okay. Anyone else?
Thane will look to the Inquisitor for instruction.
Did he tell you what it is? Or did you just walk through it? Dusting.
As far as I can tell, the idiot just walked through it.
Destroy it.
Understood. What What do I have to destroy it? Fuck. Who else is still on this side of it?
I think Franz went through, Roland went through. Rick?
You know what? Rick's gonna try and calm him. If the calm doesn't work, I'm just gonna stay over here.
Alrighty. Awesome.
Divide the group. Let them murder each other.
The comms work, and you can hear them. Roland and Franz, you are just like engulfed in this jelly, and you don't seem to be able to move.
Report in. What's the situation? The Inquisitor ordered it to be destroyed, but I want to know if you're alive or we can't speak at all.
Roland and Franz, you can't move your hands, so you can't activate the microbead. You seem to be completely stuck in this thing. It stiffens, and you're just standing, arrested motion.
No one answered. Dead.
I will take one last moment, and I'm going to pull out my grapnel and line and aim it right where Roland went through, and I will fire it in.
You hear this thud. Do a ballistics test.
In a muffled scream. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll wait.
Oh.
You can have my inspiration.
You can't re-roll attacks with inspiration.
Can I use a fate point to re-roll it?
Yeah, you can. Or it's not an attack, so sure. Use the inspiration.
Okay.
It's not an attack technically.
There we go.
Sick. Yeah, it hits you, Roland.
Unheard within the membranous, jelly, purple-filled space he finds himself in, Roland will scream, "Ah! Ah!" as the grapnel line pierces through the thin armor plating upon his right butt cheek.
You get an inspiration points.
Kind of puts his ear to the wall, trying to hear anything. Pull it back. See if you got anything.
I turn to Rick and say, "It stopped," and I will start yanking and point and call for and say, "Rick, Rick, help me pull."
All right, we have to do it slowly if it actually grabbed him. Otherwise, it might just rip off. Which I'm not gonna lie, it would be funny. As Rick tries to help him pull. Strength check.
Nah, you managed to pull Roland out.
As
he lands with a thud, just covered in this viscous goo.
As Roland is pulled out, would he have the chance with the momentum of being pulled out to actually move a hand to grab on to Franz?
No, you're completely unable to move.
Okay. As Roland comes spewing out of the purple space jelly, landing onto the ground in a wet, soaking, purple fluid-covered heap, he will look back. Now you shoot Franz in the butt too. Don't you forget that. As Roland reaches behind and rips out the grapnel line, a small piece of buttocks still attached to the tip.
You're just dripping this purple goo, and it's like covering the ground of this beautiful Eldar structure.
I will, Thane will, reset the grapnel, aim where he saw Franz go through, and fire, aiming a little bit higher, hoping to get more of center back.
You release the trigger. You managed to hit something hard.
He hit him in the
round
head.
2.
You hit him in the head. And Rick and Thane, you're gonna pull him out. Franz, the grapnel line is stuck in your helmet. There is an intense pain in your neck as you are pulled head first with the strap just under your throat, choking you as you're pulled out. You just land on the ground with this huge pool like you're a newborn. Calf.
It was fun. So, What happened?
Don't know what happened on your end, but on our end, the Inquisitor said to destroy the portal.
Roland will look as Franz is pulled unceremoniously from the purple goop as well, head first. Seems like you got a case of whiplash.
Seems I've also got a kid with a damaged helmet and hat. I'm going to charge you for it.
You get an inspiration point.
I'm just glad that you have a big head.
Well, I do have a lot of brains.
Roland will kind of give a side eye to Thane, kind of like a what kind of look.
If it was any smaller, I would have missed.
Roland would chuckle.
Now, who has ordnance to destroy this portal?
Roland would look up at the purple goop, look down to the melted gun. Well, I hope you like your space jelly fried, as the coils begin to heat up along the melted gun, beginning to charge. A fiery red haze emanating around.
Your stomach.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
Roland will reach down very quickly, and with a small click, the stummer will activate, creating a dead space within 5 meters, sucking all of the sound out. As Roland begins maniacally laughing as he keeps depressing the firing stud on the melted gun, as anatomical blasts begin hitting this wall, slowly eating through it, burning through with a voracious hunger, divining a path, so to speak.
You burn through this viscous goo, exploding everywhere, and it's just like pool of thick. These thuds just land on your feet. They seem to be alive. This seems to be some kind of either detection device or a trap. And sure enough, as you shoot it, it begins to retract almost like a heart. You can see that this entire thing is like a muscle. And even though you've fired a hole straight through it, so you can now descend to the lower floors, it begins to thud, and you see these little nerves almost on the sides that are bleeding begin to retract. At that very moment, you hear a loud shriek through the tunnels.
Roland will very quickly look at the others. It seems like we should host a welcoming party for our soon-to-arrive friends, but perhaps we could lead them down to ambush Icarus and the rest of his ilk.
I say we descend quickly.
I'd say we move.
Hearing the desperation in Fran's voice, Roland will shoot him a smile. Well, on the double then, soldier.
You move through the door as quick as you can and ascend down the tunnels, frantically looking for a way down. You begin to descend further and further down these spiral stairs built by the Eldar. As the paths narrow, you stand before a locked door. It looks to be ancient. No one has been here for a long time.
Coming across the door, knowing our hurry, I will immediately look for a way to open it.
It doesn't seem to be mechanical in any kind of way. It is just deadened. This was built probably millennia ago. No one has operated it since. If someone came here, they came some other way, some other direction.
Roland looks over the door, goes up, touches it, reaching all around, but then, out of the corner of his eye, he sees a scanner. My mortal enemy. The Dance Dance Revolution.
Motherfucker.
Alright, boys. take a step back. This is before your time. And you will then see Roland begin to start breakdancing in front of the device. Do you want me to roll an acrobatics or anything?
Nah, you're good.
As you see arms pumping, legs thrashing out, you see him turn around, begin spinning on his head, stopping periodically, reversing the spin, and then pushing himself up from an inverted position on his head, almost into a front flip landing, and then will hit a split as the scanner begins beep, 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 cheek. Door opening, and the door will slowly begin to creak open ever so slightly before a hydraulic whir would be heard wedging the door.
That's all happening in unfortunately happening in Roland's head, as he seems to have gone a little insane down here. However, the door is still standing and is completely melted shut.
Roland will quickly stand back up after completing his dance sequence. All right. Apparently this was the wrong door to do this for. My bad.
I would like to activate my aspect scanner and look for anything that could look like another opening or passageway.
It's not that thick, so it's probably possible to shoot your way through it somehow if you have the right weapon.
Cool.
Probably not a ballistic weapon.
That melta?
A melta weapon would do. Yeah, that's exactly what you need. You need something that can melt armor or metal. So.
Wait, was it Rick that had the melta?
Roland will look at Thane shaking his head as he levels the melta gun once again. I don't have infinite ammo. As Roland stops for a second and thinks, looking down to his duffel bag hanging on its straps onto his back. I might... Roland lets the melta gun swing on its strap as it comes back down to his side. Let me see what I got in the bag. As he turns around, heavy thump hitting the ground, the zipper quickly sounding off as it's opened, the sound of canvas being opened very quickly as he pillages in looking for a last cutter.
I'm assuming you have one.
I do. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we don't need to roll anything for that. You basically use the last cutter, cut around the edges of the door, and with the stummer activated, it's going to thub, land on the other end. Through it, you will see a very dark cavern. As you walk in, you will begin to see silhouettes of several humans. First on the ground, surrounding this Eldari structure, you will see several bodies of tribal humans. They look like humans that you've met before. I think Aaron, you were or Rick, you were also there in the village and met them. At least Rick, you, Aaron. Yeah, were you there as well, Rick? In the village with the elders? Oh yeah, Rick had to go. Okay. Well, I think you were there, Aaron, so you remember them. So you're going to see the bodies of the people that you met that were the descendants of Alexio, if you remember, in that jungle village.
I don't, but I have total recall.
Right, perfect, yeah. You're going to recognize their faces. These are the tribal descendants of Alexio, the Inquisitor that you were sent here to investigate. They have been slain, and they are all laying on the ground, dead. As you walk a little forward, you see in front of you what is unmistakably the Eldar artifact that you've been looking for.
The way they were actually sort of lying, does it look as though they were trying to take the artifact or were sacrificed to the artifact?
They were sacrificed. Some of them have their hands tied. However, most of them have their eyes burnt out and their mouths, almost like a fire came out of their mouths. Their teeth and their gums have been burnt out, and it's like they were immolated from within. And they're just laying there, sort of with their hands stretched out in shock. You've seen this before whenever someone has tried to deal with some device they don't understand. Some of them also have signs of warp afflictions on their face.
Identify how to get the artifact and let's start moving. The creatures cannot be far behind us now. And I will turn around and aim my gun back towards the corridor where we came from in case anything falls behind us.
Beautiful. Yep, you can certainly hear Eldar.
So I'll certainly help you.
Roland is going to real quickly drop his duffel bag, lightening his load, and is going to run over, grab one of the warriors' bodies, and like kind of chuck it at the artifact. See what happens.
You do not get that close. All of you find yourselves deep in a cavern underground. The air lingers with some mystical energy, and in front of you, you will see Icarus, and on the ground you will see the so first off, Icarus is standing somewhere next to the portal. He's been there for quite a while. He's wearing a heavy power armor. He seems grim and serious, his face lit up by the device. On the ground next to him, you will see the Eldar leader, wounded and holding a hand to his chest. Icarus looks to his side as soon as Castor comes in, expecting him.
It looks like you have found me. Finally.
Icarus, he's holding a bolt gun, and he just walks menacingly past the Eldar, but on the ground. Icarus enters the room. On the floor, you will see hundreds of bodies of tribes that are sacrificed. And I think Tavi deserves to be here for the rest of this. So I'm going to put a bookmark in it there, and we'll continue next week. Everybody gets 400 XP.
Damn you stole my double agent reveal.
It's coming next week. Unless you want to do a little microaggression, a little micro scene. Feel free. Or you could just tell us what you're planning.
The rest of the party begins approaching behind Castor. Roland levels the melted gun at them from behind. All right, hands where I can see them, boys. This is the end of the line.
Are you aiming at your own party?
Yes, and I give them a wink with my right eye.
Damn, dude.
I give them a wink with the right eye.
I like it. That's the last scene for this week. Then we pick it up there next week. That's awesome.
Oh, fucking A. All right.
Ah, damn! I don't even know what's gonna happen now. This is what Brad is so good at. He brings his wild card to the sessions. Nobody knows what the fuck is gonna happen. And sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's my worst nightmare.
Oh,
But it's all
I'm honestly currently already thinking it's like, fuck, will Fang pick up on the social cue, or will he just shoot him right away?
That was good shit.
Oh well, in this battle, you won't be able to one tap me, but I have a melted gun and I can one tap you.
Likely, yes.
But I pray you pick up on the hard wink.
My awareness is high enough. I should pick that up.
Yes, and I just don't know if you've been filled on any backstory of Roland, but he basically went double agent.
Yeah.
On the
I have
last
no
mission.
fucking idea who Roland is. He just ran in behind me, so.
Okay, that actually makes this even more perfect.
Yeah, it really does. Wow.
Rick
Yeah,
is
because
right.
you could have met up with him and be like, "Hey, I'm a member of this inquisitorial group. Here's the evidence," and yeah, he doesn't know.
Yeah, that is true.
So, considering that he knows that Roland was with their party, disappeared, came back, and is now pointing a gun, he would drop the weapons.
Okay, actually, don't drop your weapons. I just said hands where I can see them. I'm not disarming
Okay,
you.
fine. Okay, fine.
Don't change the setup for the scene now. Don't change the setup.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alright, I need to explain this to the new dude. Icarus was the trainee of your Inquisitor, Caster. And he's a what's it called? Renegade? No, radical.
Yeah,
He's a
renegade.
radical Inquisitor. So he's also
Right,
an Inquisitor on the same mission. But he's a radical.
Cool.
Yeah. He's not directly hostile, he's been helping the party occasionally.
Yeah,
He, like-
I read in the mission summaries from the past that he like.
He like
our
50-50
guide,
helps the
yeah.
party, and then he sabotages
Yeah.
them. He does them some favors. He holds them back whenever he wants. So it's been a little ambivalent.
Cool.
Order with heretic stuff.
He's Hereticus, yeah.
I'm killing Rick, by the way. At some point, Roland is melta-gunning Rick to death.
That is up to you.
Well, I think you forget. Roland trained James as a Medicae, and then